Hey VIP Club, how everyone's doing today? This is Igor with another edition of Igor's Book Club. So today we've got this Influence Psychology of Persuasion. All right, this is one of the single most life-changing books you'll ever read, because what Dr. Robert Cialdini does in this book, he goes into breaking down the six things. Okay, the six things that make people look at you as an authority. Now that's important because you don't want to be an expert, and I've been talking about this for a little while now. You really don't want to be an expert. You want to be an authority, and that means you want compliance. Like, a lot of people think that, okay, I'm gonna coach people, and in order to coach people, I gotta be an expert. I gotta be a knowledgeable person, and I gotta know what I'm talking about. Well, you kind of have to know what you're talking about for sure. But the purpose of coaching is not to show expertise. It is to elicit compliance. And please don't confuse one with the other. Because if you want to help people, the biggest obstacle you will have to overcome is themselves, because they are difficult and they will not make your life any easier if all you do is present expertise. Moreover, they will not act if all you do is present expertise. You actually have to elicit compliance. Classic example: you guys have each one call per month with me, one 30-minute call, and it's just showing up isn't a lot to ask, is it? But quite a few people watching this video, I'm sure, are now sort of blushing, sort of feel embarrassed a little bit. I hope, because just the amount of people that don't show up on calls sometimes is ridiculous. I remember having 4 weeks ago, I had 8 calls scheduled and I only had 3 show up. Only 3 out of 8. And these people are paying me money every month. So, don't ever underestimate the difficulty of the task of getting someone to comply with your demands and listen to your advice and actually do something with it. And that is where influence psychology of persuasion is absolutely critical. Not only for that, but to learn how to sell things. Because what happens right now is I see a lot of people just sell using hype and bullshit and just loudmouth claims. My system this, my system that, my system, well, truth of the matter is, you can shove that system up your ass, because they don't care. They just don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about our families. They don't care about the tsunami that's, taking place in the Philippines every now and again. It's too distant from them. It's way out there, okay? The only person that people care is themselves. Therefore, expecting for them to buy from us simply because we show them our house and our car and, tell them, hey, look at me. I'm a real human being. Look, I bleed. Let me cut myself. Look, I got blood just like you, so we're the same thing. That shit doesn't work anymore. That shit doesn't work anymore. What works is the proven principles of persuasion, which you will find in religion, cults like Scientology, and any other major movement, both political and religious. Whether you like it or not, you'll have to study these movements in order to find out how to elicit compliance from the marketplace. Because purchasing from you is compliance. Given the choice, they won't do it. So you gotta, quote unquote, manipulate them into doing that. But of course, the word manipulate has a negative translation to it. I learned to see the word manipulate as something, well, pretty much a necessity, because look at the world around you, look at everything. You're being manipulated right now, and you're manipulating other people. If you're a parent, you're manipulating your kid, only you're doing it for the greater good. So you got to be doing the same thing with your marketplace, where you are manipulating them and almost doing mind control, which is, of course, read this book to find out how. But you got to do it for the greater good. I remember teaching one person, actually two people, unfortunately. One's an Israeli, and the other one is from the States, who use my tactics to, well, sell faulty products. One of them is now facing a $1 million lawsuit against 30-some people that collectively went out and sued him. And the other one is he's out of internet marketing a long time ago. So don't make the mistake of using these tactics for the wrong reasons. Use them for the greater good, because if you don't, you will get busted. I promise you. And if I find out you're doing that, I will personally hunt you down to bust you. So yeah, how about that for a positive note to end the video? Anyway, have a profitable week. It's Monday, and I'm working out of my home office today. Bummer, but you do what you got to do to pay the bills, right? So anyway, see ya.